Listen to what Miss Peter says. Listen to what she says. Oh, listen to what Miss Peter says. Listen to what she says.
Hello everyone, it's Peter here from Future Visioning. Thank you so much for coming by and having a look at this little video of mine. I've only just started these videos, as most of you would know who watch them, and I started them because I wanted to achieve my goals for the year, and magical things are already starting to happen in my life, and I'm so excited about it. So this board is really helping me to focus my energy and focus all of this excitement and all of these things and all these desires that I have that I want to achieve this year. My Future Visioning board is helping me do that. So I'm just going to get it for you. I've got it over here. Now this week I haven't added anything to it this week because what's been happening this week is that I have been working on this Beauty Within compilation word, because it's still weaving its magic within me. And I started doing another word called forgiveness, but I never quite got to it. And when you're working with these sort of things, there's a lot of synchronicity that's involved in it, and a lot of things that happen because they happen. And I tried to get my forgiveness word done this week, but it wasn't quite ready. Obviously, I wasn't ready for it. So I started again concentrating on this Beauty Within word, and it was still bringing up all these feelings that I had about what it meant to be for Beauty Within. Now, these are the type of things that I'm really finding out about the board, and things that are happening, like, you know, more people talking about doing classes for them and welcoming change in my life. Now, this has been a big thing for me this week because there's been a lot of change in my life this week, and it's been an emotional change. So I have decided that I'm going to embrace it, and this is where my forgiveness word came along, but I still had to start working on this word beauty comes from within, because I think really the basis of this is that I need to get this clear within myself. I need to get it straight within myself before I move on to the forgiveness level. Because, you know, I'm always talking to you about your thoughts and always talking to you about changing your thoughts. And I know it's really uncomfortable. It's a super uncomfortable thing to do, is to try to change our thoughts and try to change our behavior. And when we start doing that stuff, it's a real challenge. And that's what I found with my Future Visioning board this week, was that every time I tried to go and make that word, that compilation word, forgiveness, beauty from within came up every time. So I'm really trying to really concentrate on that again this week, and I'll let you know if I was able to make my compilation word next week. But, you know, I'm really going to try working at beauty from within again, because, again, it talks about your thoughts and it talks about your feelings, and, you know, it brings up all these feelings about what do we want to give out to the world? What energy and what focus are we giving to the world? Are we giving negativity, or are we giving positive thoughts to the world? Because I hope you realise by now that if you give negative thoughts out into the world, that is what's going to come back to you. If you give out those positive thoughts to the world, that is what's going to come back to you. And I tell you, when that positive stuff comes back to you, it comes back to you 100-fold, and it is so exciting and you feel so good. You know, it's like you just get rewarded for doing and having positive thoughts in the world. And also that's going to just go into the world anyway, because we need more positivity in our world anyway. All right, guys, well, that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. I really hope that you've got your board happening, and I hope the same magical type things that are happening to me are happening to you. Now, I hope this week you made your compilation word, one word that you needed to think about. I really do, and I would really love to hear the magic that happened in your life around that word. Because, you know, again, it's a challenge making that word, because you know that things are going to start happening and changes are going to start happening. And that's why I made the word welcome change. Because along with all the other changes that are happening, I have to have that as my primary purpose. It helps my mind to be open to change, and that I can change myself for the better. So please do let me know that you did do a word. If you didn't, that's fine. Look, I'm not worried, of course. It's all up to you. And I will certainly let you know next week if I got my forgiveness compilation word done, and actually all the stuff that happened around that. Okay, so we've got to do our reading. So what card did we have last week? We had pleasurable. So I'm putting that back into the deck, back into my dream cards deck, and I'm just shuffling them. Let's see what comes up today. And this is for this week, that we put it on our fridge and write that affirmation out for the week and see what happens around it. It might be relevant, it might not be relevant. Okay, so let's see. I've shuffled them. Going to take them out and let's see what comes up. Okay, clear. Great. I am committed to my goals despite my doubts. I embrace my doubts and release my uncertainty. How exciting is that? I am committed to my goals despite my doubts. I embrace my doubts and release uncertainty. That is fabulous. That is really, really good, because it's actually talking about being committed to your goals and committed to releasing those doubts despite the uncertainty that comes around it. And that's what I was saying this week, is that stuff happens, it brings it up, but you have to be prepared to sort of embrace that stuff and welcome change. So I hope that helped you this week. I'm going to put that on my board, so it's going back on my board. And next week you might see my forgiveness word on there. I hope you do, because I reckon that's going to be on there this week. All right, so clear, here we go. Beautiful. All right, guys, well, I hope that's helped you this week. I hope that's helped you with future visioning. I hope your boards are coming along well. I would love to see some pictures of them as well. And look, wherever you are in the world, be happy, be positive, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Everybody, put on your pretty Peter face. Put on your pretty Peter face. Put on your pretty Peter face. Put on your pretty Peter face.